All right, guys, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. It's me, your host, Aaron Shin. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Celine Jung.
Hi.
The sound engineer, Jay, and our good friend, Andrew Lim, who's joining us yet again.
Andrew's face right now, as soon as you started talking, it's like,
I don't know
what's earth?
I'm just talking the way I normally talk, actually. Yeah. This is very
That's your
normal.
California accent.
Yeah, I'm from California, and some people say it's actually the coolest state in America.
Actually, I always get are you from LA? Because people think I talk like I'm from LA, and I do, and I don't know why I have this accent.
No, that's not true, because otherwise you'd be sounding like me, because
okay,
I'm actually from California.
Okay. You sound crazy.
Anyway, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast, guys. That whole shtick was pretty stupid, but kind of ushers in this topic that we're doing today. So we got a user-submitted request to do an episode about the topic of coolness.
Yeah, shout out Ingwan.
Yeah, so this was submitted by our friend Ingwan Che. Shout out to Ingwan. And he was suggesting to us about kind of just vibing, I guess, and shooting the shit about what makes something cool, or what are these sort of aesthetics that guide coolness overall. And it's funny because if you just look online, there's actually a bunch of videos that people have made on YouTube, especially about like what is cool, like what is fashionable. So I don't want to, be like a broken record and be like, oh yeah, cool is an attitude, it's an outlook. But there are some things that we can just right off the bat objectively say kind of are the guiding principles behind cool, right? But I feel like the easiest way to think about cool, or to open up the discussion, might actually be in terms of like fashion and music. Because when we're young, or when I was young, I remember having a clear sort of image in my head of what brands were cool, like how to wear your belt. Like, Jay, do you remember how back when we were like in 7th grade, it was cool to let your belt hang off the side?
Yeah, I remember that.
Was that ever a thing in Korea?
What do you mean have
So we used to have these belts that were kind of like those clamp belts with the teeth on them.
Oh, you mean just have the flap loose?
Yeah, you'd have the flap like hanging
yeah,
outside.
I feel like that was a
nylon?
thing.
Yeah, it was like a nylon strap.
Yeah.
And that was like cool, right? Or
Chain wallets.
Chain wallets were cool. Like zoomies was cool.
Sagging your pants.
Yeah.
Pac Sun was cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious for you in Korea as a girl too. What were like sort of those big trends that were signifiers of cool?
Yeah, I think like as a young girl, I actually would argue that maybe boys are more concerned with being cool than girls.
Or what? I think that's true.
Yeah.
Because girls mature faster. Probably, right?
Right.
But continue.
And, that's a really interesting question. In terms of just fashion and stuff, I think like our childhoods were so defined by trends and like things that everybody wore, right? I don't know what it's like now. We're not teenagers now.
I'm sure it's the same.
I'm sure it's the same.
Yeah.
But, growing up, it was like limited to, or like having colored braces.
How about like Steve Madden shoes?
Steve Madden platform shoes.
Or like a puka shell necklaces.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that, where it's like you wore that one thing, you were cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like blue eyeshadow for some reason, like glittery makeup. And it's like you wear that thing and you're cute and you're cool.
Right. Baby
and everyone
blue.
wants to do
like
it.
The color baby blue was so cool back
huge,
then, right?
Yeah.
This reminds me, so I did a little research. So there's like this neurologist or psychologist, I don't even know what he is, but his name's Lawrence Steinberg. And he wrote about how there are two systems in the brain. There's a socio-emotional network, which is what teenagers are really obsessed with. It's just how you feel in social situations. And then there's the cognitive control network, which is how you make decisions. So when you get older, your cognitive control network gets more advanced. And so you're able to make more adult, mature decisions. But when you're young, the socio-emotional network is really kind of controlling everything. And that's why young people are just so obsessed with being accepted and popular, which are very like vague kind of terms. When as an adult, I look back and being like, what does that even mean? Like popular?
Yeah.
Does that mean that like you have a lot of friends, or that you feel like you feel confident? Like it's such a nebulous term to me as an older person.
Yeah.
But I clearly remember in middle school and high school feeling like, I don't know, if I talk to a certain person, then I might have an in with this friend group that's like cooler than me or something like that, or being invited to, Kyle Gertrude's birthday party would make me cool, things like that.
Yeah, the thing about cool, I think in general, but especially when you're younger, is cool just means acceptance in other people's eyes, or because wanting to be cool has nothing to do with you wanting to express your personality or you wanting to like be your true self.
There's very like little
just
coolness
like,
about being authentic or unique when you're young.
Being cool is just this group of people need to see that I'm cool.
Right.
Or I need to show that I'm like this.
Right.
So I do these things, I wear these things, I like this kind of music.
Whereas when you're
all
older,
about
being cool
outside
is
perception.
really about being unique, actually. It's funny how it
Right. But
flips
then it's
over,
like you
right?
still want to appear a certain way,
Yeah,
right?
I think that
And
when
that
you're older, you want to appear like aloof or mysterious or kind of inaccessible. But I maybe I'm wrong, but the way I remember coolness as an adolescent was much more just kind of being accepted by the mainstream or.
accepted
You know what I
by the
mean? Or just like
mainstream,
being up to date with what people are talking about, which is like whatever MTV or, remember when like the MTV Movie Awards were like really fucking funny and everyone would be talking about like that Ben Stiller sketch
Right.
or like that upside down kiss scene from Spider-Man 2 and shit like that.
Right. Celebrity news and gossip has totally changed too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But if we're thinking of the definition of cool, Aaron, didn't you have a definition or like some traits, right?
Sure,
like what
yeah.
makes someone cool?
Right. So the way that I look at it, and this has been verified, I guess, in things I read online. I felt so, by the way, for the record, I just felt very uncool when I was like Googling
What
the
is
aesthetics
cool?
of cool. Yeah. But I mean, I think cool is
Imagine like all the young kids right now that have access to Google and they're like trying to be cool. And they just come across these videos.
I came across
my
this video
God.
actually that it was like how to be cool as a man. And the guy was like,
God.
he was like leather jackets, sunglasses,
Oh, no.
like walking with your chest out. And I was
Yup.
like, oh my God, this is so broy. This is the worst.
Yep.
So kids become incels.
But to go back, so yeah, the things that might, I guess, create the image of cool are definitely, for me at least, the way I understand, subversive counterculture.
Yeah, I think subversive
You
is
have
like
to be
the
subversive.
defining trait.
I under that is also irony, right? So
And
it's
ironic, yeah.
Sort of like understanding what is accepted mainstream and then trying to be a little bit, away from that, removed from that. I think that cool also is it's like slang. It's a lot of like lexicon. It's keeping up to date. I think memes are cool, for example, but you got to keep up. You can't just like understand just off the bat what memes are relevant and which are not. It's kind of like I think being cool is like doing your homework, which is so weird because there's a lot of effort goes into that.
I don't think that that's cool though.
Oh,
That's just me.
There's two different worlds we're looking at here, right? Because I think as a young person and as an older person, there's different rules. And also as an older person trying to be cool by a young person's definition is going to be different too. Like I remember when I was using the crying emoji to mean laughter, right? And then I forget who, maybe it was you, Celine. It was someone in our group chat was just like, oh, like young kids don't use that.
I think Chloe,
emoji.
because Chloe and I had a conversation about this.
Chloe's
like,
also
a
like
couple
kind
days
of up
ago.
to date with that
Yeah.
shit. But she was like, no, you use like a skull to mean you're dead.
To mean you're dead,
or
and
a
then
coffin.
you use the actual crying face when you're
confusing.
laughing,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the laughing crying face.
But I'm just like, I mean, what the
So
fuck? Like,
confusing.
yeah,
The
it's
laughing
very
crying face is my
confusing, right?
favorite,
Then that's what I mean, though. Like, you wouldn't know that unless you were kind of keeping up to date and reading up on it, in my eyes,
see,
at least.
this is why being cool just all comes down to like how other people see you. That's it. Because
Yeah.
like, would you be cool as a person if no one else was perceiving you?
Well, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's that question.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, no. Philosophically speaking, if there's no one to.
So it's like whatever group you're in. Well, I guess, what we're talking about is like what's universally seen
Well,
as cool.
Like, I feel like music is always seen as cool, right? Like, people who play their
Definitely.
own instruments and are good at their own instruments or have always been seen as cool. Like, people who are talented at something are seen as cool. Not all things, though,
Yeah,
right?
is a clarinet player.
Oh my God, Slim, you fucking hate clarinet.
clarinet.
What is this vendetta against clarinet?
Clarinet,
Because
not cool.
I played clarinet in high school so badly. Like, it's weird that we were forced to play an instrument.
I know.
It's actually so bizarre. And I, of course, like, couldn't give a shit about instruments. So, like,
I mean, but to unite both perspectives, young or old, we can agree that to some degree, subversiveness and irony and the sort of sense of
Definitely.
detachment, right? Like, I know
It's
for
a-
sure that like style, for example, has to be effortless. You
It's
can't
the
be trying too hard,
effortlessness,
right?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
the same thing goes with skateboarding. Like, you can be technically very skilled at skateboarding, but you're not cool unless you've got style. And style is like making the most difficult trick look smooth. The word we use in skateboarding is buttery, which is such a stupid word, but that's what we say, like buttery or clean. And you have to basically look like you just like weren't giving a shit, and you just like kickflip backside tail slid 270 out of like a 13 stair first try, even though it took you like 4 days to land it. You know,
That's what it is. It's being effortless. Yeah, definitely. And that's the subversive aspect of it, right? It's like you're being subversive.
grace
and
under
then-
fire. I think Hemingway
Yeah.
said that. The style is
Yeah.
grace under fire.
Right.
And you don't notice it. I think that's the thing. It's like you
Yeah.
can, or I'll amend that. You do notice it because you're like, wow, that looked really good, or like that looks cool. But you don't notice them trying, right?
Yeah, no one likes to try hard.
Yeah, it just kind of goes under the radar. Like the way that Andrew wears hats, I think looks cool, right?
Yeah, good example.
No, Andrew, like you wear hats very well, and
Good
he's been wearing the
example.
same hats for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like the same fucking hats.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
hat is brand new. what are
Dude,
you
that
talking
Issei
about?
hat you have, you've been wearing for at least 3 summers.
That's been, yeah, I've had that for 2
For a
years.
pretty long time,
But I
yeah.
keep it in good condition.
You do. It's very
I'm not-
clean. Well, no one's watching you at home like scrubbing your hat. You know what I mean? But I'm sure you do every once in a while. And you know what? And fashion's one of those things too that honestly, if you're born with like a body that can fit the clothes well, you're gonna look better. Like some people just can't look good in certain clothes.
I
That's just-
disagree.
Really?
It's the attitude and the way that you wear it. Like to me, there's no such thing as clothes that don't fit certain body types or don't work.
So it's just like a confidence thing, or
it's a confidence thing, and if you feel like you can wear it, you can wear it.
I disagree.
I completely
I
disagree.
I think, like, for instance,
I could
like-
fight you guys on this.
With some of my friends back home, like I'll share, like, if, so for instance, if we see something that a friend's wearing and it's like, I think this would look better on this person, and they try it on and it does look better and everyone agrees, that person will just take it and it's theirs.
yeah, for sure.
But
Tim's-
why does it look better on them?
For instance, like,
Is it body type?
body type,
Yeah.
and just like, for instance, some people have longer arms or necks or like shorter legs, like certain
Yeah,
things just
yeah,
look
yeah.
better on certain people, which is like, for instance, if you go to like a thrift store, it's all clothes that you have to just try on and see if it's
Yeah.
the right fit for you or not.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So like, if I don't know, I feel like if anyone could just wear it, you wouldn't be able to find certain things there. But
I mean, that makes perfect sense to me.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
There are, there is such thing as like, okay, this certain cut works like better
Right.
for people with longer legs, or like,
But maybe what Sells is saying is that like anyone can wear anything.
I guess it's an
barring the
attitude
cut.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no, I agree
An
with
attitude
that. I agree
thing.
with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think that certain clothes look better on certain people.
Like, you know, like
Right.
people who are really fashiony and cool who like shave their eyebrows. Remember that was like a thing? Or they dye their eyebrows.
Bleach, yeah.
I've always thought that looks really scary and creepy and
Yeah,
weird.
the thing about fashion is like, man, it's just so like subjective and like changing all the time, and like
and the irony is that
And
people in fashion are trying very hard.
they are trying very hard, but like the
super
point
hard.
is you're not trying hard, but
Right.
it's supposed to look like you are up to date, that you know your body, that you like, there's a lot that goes into it. But then again, you find like you see people who look cool, like super cool, and they either wear the same thing every day, or they're wearing all thrifted items
Yeah.
that look like they're from the 1960s, right? But they look cool.
Yeah.
Because
You know who's good at that in our friend group is
Yeah.
Elaine is really good at that.
Yeah.
Elaine throws on a bunch of different things
Yeah.
and she manages to make it look cool.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
I'm
I
really
agree.
really quickly I'm curious, like for all of us, what is like your maybe go-to kind of outfit? You know what I mean? To like that you're
God,
comfortable and
these
you know you
days.
look good and you're because I feel like Jay and I have similar fashion. Like we like the sort of unique low
Oh, you
straight
mean the
pants.
stuff that you feel confident and good in?
Because I'm not going to take too
Yeah.
many risks when it comes to fashion, me
Oh, yeah,
personally.
yeah.
But like, I know that I like, a nice clean shirt with like a collared, kind of jacket, like a denim jacket or whatever. Straight iron pants, Converses, maybe a beanie, and then I feel like very confident. You know what I'm saying?
You actually, all of you guys look good with hats. And I was going to say, like when we were talking about Andrew's hat,
I look best in hats, right?
Andrew looks best in hats. But hats, don't you feel like hats are like such a signifier for like who you are, but then also like throughout history, hats have signified like
Dude,
what's cool.
So true. So true.
And what is
like the Hamburg hats or the bowler hats. Remember when fedoras, like
Fedoras,
very
yep.
briefly, fedoras were kind of cool, and then like
I don't remember that.
and then like one day just dropped off. Like if you were wearing a
Incel
fedora,
culture.
then
Yeah,
you're-
no, totally.
You have a katana and
Or-
you wear
yeah.
What's a katana?
Katanas are cool.
Wait, what
But
is
it
that?
depends on. It's a sword. It's a sword.
It's a Japanese samurai
yeah,
sword.
It's a Japanese.
I'm just imagining a white
But
guy
it-
with like
exactly.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
depends on who's wielding the sword. You know,
Oh, okay.
it's all.
okay.
It's all just.
So there's
like
such thing as
situational.
wielding a
Metaphor,
sword and
yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and fedora is the same way. It depends on who's wearing the fedora.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think
Like-
fedoras are bad. I mean, I don't know.
It's like if you're 50 and up, and then
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
a super
Which,
like.
if you're like a dandy,
which goes back to what Celine was
stylish
saying
dude.
about like if anyone could wear anything. But like even like for good items of clothing, anyone could wear anything. But with bad, I feel like the better example would be with like a weird item of clothing, like a fedora, and see who could pull it off and who can't pull it off. You know,
right. But it's also
Yeah.
funny
Get a fedora here.
because what you were saying earlier
feather
too,
in it.
Sells, is that like, you know, what kind of hat a guy wears says a lot about him.
Yes.
And that's 100% true. Like,
Yes.
my brother-in-law one year for my birthday got me a hat, and it
Oh my
just
God.
said "dope" in
Amazing.
gold letters on it.
That was like it
and
about
that was
10 years ago.
That was a cool
Yeah.
hat, but
That was cool.
when he gave it to me, I thought it was a joke.
Like
I thought
a beanie that says.
I
"Dope"
literally
on it or
thought it was a
something.
joke, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, ha ha ha. And he was like,
He thought it was cool, so he gave it
he
to you.
literally thought like,
Yeah.
oh, Aaron, like you're like a cool kid, like you don't like it, and I was like, no, this is so fucking ugly.
How old was he?
At the time, my brother-in-law, it was my 26th birthday, so he was 29.
And he was married at the time.
Yeah. Wow, he was 29. He was 4 years younger than I am now, which is bizarre to
That's-
think about.
yeah.
But he was, married, living on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Like,
and I literally was like, oh, Hyung, you should just return this because I'm never going to
Oh my
wear
God,
it.
you said that?
No, because I just didn't want it to be a waste of money. And
Yeah.
he did return it. He got me like a Golden State Warriors hat or something instead. But,
Much better.
Which is very cool because I'm from the Bay Area. But to anyone else looking at me, they think I'm a fucking loser wearing Golden State paraphernalia.
Yeah, hats are interesting because, and I think shoes are the same way, where it's like hats and shoes are the two items of clothing where like you see someone's
I think
shoes.
girls look at those items the most.
I look at shoes first
Yeah.
because you can tell someone's entire personality through their shoes. I think
my reason
out of any other item of clothing.
Yeah.
yeah.
My reason for wearing hats really started from my hair, like just sticking out and just being too lazy to do anything with it. So I wear a
so just
hat.
wanted to cover it, yeah.
And usually that's why I wear a hat is because I'm too lazy to like try on my
See,
hair
that's
thing.
cool because you're not wearing a hat for fashion.
Whoa, this is so
You're
crazy.
wearing a hat because
Mind-blowing.
you your hair,
Functionality.
yeah, functionality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and that's a great segue because not all things that are cool have to be super intentional,
Right.
right? Like, there's a difference between a stylistic kind of cool and a demeanor that's cool versus, say, a brand that's cool, right? A lot of advertisers, I think, would agree that like sex is cool, black
Yeah.
culture and hip hop is
Yeah.
cool.
Youth.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like youth is cool.
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner is cool. But also it's like so not cool to talk about what's cool. And that's like the paradox of cool. is that
Exactly, you're not
when we
supposed
see it
to- yeah.
out in the world being sold to us, we both are aware and unaware of what's going on in our heads. Because I'll see a Coca-Cola commercial and be like, that was a
Yeah.
great commercial.
And-
or an Apple commercial. The new Apple
Advertisements?
commercial like blew my mind. I thought it was so well done. But then I'm also like, it's fucking Apple. You know,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
capitalism is not cool.
Capitalism is not cool.
It's so not cool.
That's the thing when you watch advertisements, like it's also so crazy that we're just like so used to watching ads and we're like good at reading them. It's like insane.
I feel like
ads
all
should
of
be
us had to
illegal.
take a class in
Yeah, yeah,
college,
yeah.
right? I feel like I did, like an advertising
for
psychology
sure.
class. Yeah.
But it's like we watch an ad and all of us, I feel like one of the first things that goes through your head is like, is this cool or not? Mm-hmm. Right?
I mean, for me, the word "cool" doesn't enter, but it's like, is it well done? Like, did they
Yeah.
try? Are they trying to be original? I love like
Right.
you know what ads I really like, the Sonic ads, like the hamburger chain.
I don't think I've ever seen.
And they're not like super high budget. They're just two comedians, but I like what they did with them, which is just to give these two comedians the license and permission to just make jokes about fast food. You know what I mean?
I remember
And I
that,
like
yeah.
those commercials. They feel very low budget, and it makes me like the brand.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
But I'm sure they had to spend lots of money on test groups and like
Of
to find the right
course.
comedians, and so
Of course.
a lot of effort went into what is perceived as a low budget kind of
And low effort.
a low
yeah.
effort kind of ad.
Or effortless. Yeah.
Or like the Geico ads. When we were young, the Geico commercials were like so funny. Do you remember how funny they were?
oh, yeah. Those are iconic.
Iconic. They're taught
Yeah.
in schools around the world,
Yeah.
But again, like what makes them iconic? Well, they were very well written. They had a really good team of writers and they had really good special effects artists. Like a lot of effort went in to make it seem kind of cool and subversive. Also, they were one of the first insurance companies to be like anti-insurance. Like they never talk about the fact they sell insurance at all in those commercials, which is
It's
very
true.
cool.
Yeah. I never knew what that 15% referred to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Versus something like Allstate, which is
Yeah.
like, or like State Farm. Their whole thing is like, we're there for you like a good neighbor. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Even if it's like the black guy from 24 or whatever. I forget his name anyway.
Danny Glover.
Yeah, no.
Don't know it.
Oh my god.
Okay,
No.
not cool. Not cool.
Wait, who? Isn't that him?
No.
I'm gonna look it up right now, dude.
I
What?
swear
His
it's
name
him.
is Dennis Haysbert. Dennis Haysbert.
Oh, I don't know that guy.
Yeah, he's like a B-list like celebrity
Yeah.
actor.
Really?
As Kanye West calls him, he's like the budget Denzel. He's a fake Denzel.
Really?
I can see that.
Yeah. Okay, we touched on some things like subversiveness, irony, the idea of like style and grace under fire, right? Fashion. I'm just like, because I have to ask, does anyone have any like kind of cringy stories of what cool meant to you when you were young and how you tried to uphold those values or to profess them openly to other people?
I feel like, I don't know if any of you guys can relate, but I was such a late bloomer in like growing up that I genuinely feel like I didn't, like, for example, I didn't care about fashion or clothes until 8th grade. Like, I remember, like, 8th grade was like a seminal year where I suddenly cared about clothes.
I mean, I feel like that's
Yeah.
earlier than when I started caring about
Really?
clothes.
But girls, it's like all my friends were obsessed with clothes and like makeup in like 5th grade or even earlier, right? But I just like didn't care until 8th grade, and then suddenly I cared a lot. But then like, and then so I just feel like and also like boys and liking boys and stuff, like I didn't get any of it until way later. And then all my friends were like obsessed with like boys and makeup and clothes, and I was like always feeling awkward because I couldn't be a part of it.
Was having a boyfriend or girlfriend like considered very cool when you were young?
Yes. Yep. Like talking about your crushes, of course, and then
Like going to the movies with
going
someone.
to the movies with someone,
Yeah.
getting asked out like to dances and stuff. Like all of that was cool. And if you started dating someone, like you were cool.
I mean, that was like the ultimate, right?
yeah. Like you get a boyfriend, you're cool.
Yeah. I think for sure, like there were like the cool kids in middle school, high school, and they all wore like shit from Tilly's, which I think PacSun is like the new Tilly's.
Oh,
Oh my God, I don't
interesting.
even know what
But
that is.
I would like ask my mom, oh, like, can I get some clothes from here? And she just is like, no way, it's
Yeah.
too expensive.
My
Like,
mom was the
20
same.
yeah.
She would not buy me a Razor scooter. Even though like in
Oh,
5th
God,
grade, that was like
Razor
the
scooter.
coolest toy.
Yeah.
Oh my
So like,
God.
I wanted to be cool. I wanted to get that stuff, but no.
It's funny that you say Tilly's and PacSun because obviously I remember those being brands that carried or stores that carried kind of cool brands like Billabong and stuff. But
Billabong was kind of on the lower end.
yeah, right. Like a rusty Billabong, right?
yeah.
But
Roxy.
I also remember a distinct transition, maybe sophomore year of high school for us, Jay, when thrift stores became the cool
Oh, yeah,
clothing.
yeah.
And it was all about
Yeah.
wearing like the fucking weirdest old shit you could find,
I
vintage
mean, now
shit.
it's like vintage has like we've progressed beyond vintage where it's like brands now are making stuff that looks
that look old,
vintage.
yeah. Or like the fact that vintage
aesthetic
stuff is so expensive now.
Yeah.
Like back
I
in the
mean,
day, the point
literally-
was to be like this outfit cost $4. It
Yeah.
was like cool to be thrifty. That's
Yeah.
where thrift comes from, right?
Oh my
But-
gosh. I remember I went to Japan last year and I went to this thrift shop and they had a hookup shirt. Hookups. Like the
Hookups, for those who don't know,
brand.
yeah, it's a really cool skateboard brand, actually. Yeah, Jeremy Klein.
The shirt was $250.
I just saw that Drake was wearing an old Birdhouse hoodie. This literally just dropped the other day on the news, and it was $300 at a thrift store.
Wow.
And Tony Hawk came out being like, "What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
why is this hoodie You can buy a brand new one for $70 on my website. Like,
Yeah.
why would you pay $300 for this?"
Right.
Dude, Hookups is a great brand. For those of you guys who don't know, look up Hookup skateboards, and dude, I feel like those are the boards with like the sexy anime girls on them.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys during the break. They
I
were
guess
like,
it makes sense in Japan that it would
yeah.
be.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of a side note, but the guy who made that company, Jeremy Klein, is a total like Japanophile white guy. He's like the creepy white guy, you know?
Ew,
yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
cool.
Which is not cool.
Super
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah.
No, it's weird that you guys are bringing up all these examples of things that were considered cool when you guys were younger. But for me, I guess because I was like into hip hop and had that kind of aesthetic,
Right.
Like those are the kind of people that I gravitated towards, and that's what we thought were cool.
Yeah.
And you know, we
Yeah.
had the like in school there was always like these different cliques of skaters or punk or whatever. So it's interesting to hear you guys talk about these things because I'm just like it's all so foreign to me. I'm just like I've never heard of any of this stuff.
Because we're from California, dude.
That's probably another reason too. Like East Coast versus West Coast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
You know, it's funny you bring that up, like hip hop and skateboarding, for example, which are very clear kind of like cool subgroups or
Yeah,
like cliques.
cultures.
But they're also like the most mainstream and
Nowadays, yeah.
accessible points of
Exactly.
cool,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the skateboard. Like if you're just thinking of style, like for straight men, it's like you either dress like a skateboarder or like you're into hip hop.
Yeah,
like,
especially in Korea,
like
right?
pick your fighter.
Yeah.
It's like one of the two.
But I mean,
So-
with like skateboarding or like with hip hop and like hypebeast culture, all these things that were
Hypebeast, yeah.
back in the day, they were kind of like niche subcultures.
Yeah.
And now they're like just so blown up that it's like it's not even cool anymore.
But it also comes back to what we were saying earlier about your style and the way that you wear these things. Like, you know, I can see Andrew wears the hip hop aesthetic pretty well. It looks good on him. You know, like there are some people who can wear the skateboard stuff, but immediately
Yeah.
you call them a poser. You know, and that's the word we use.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're
that's
just
where the
trying
word
to
comes from.
signify something cool without earning it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the parallel would be with hip hop, like how you earn that right to like wear Biggie shirts or like, you know, gold chains.
Yeah.
But
Oh, now
with
it's like
skateboarding, it's very
everyone wears
clear.
it.
It's just like a skill
you just
thing.
have to skate,
You just
yeah.
have to be good at
And
skating.
good at skating.
And there are very clear steps to getting good. I think with hip hop, it also has to do with your knowledge of hip hop. Like the deeper you can go with what you understand about the history of it, like the cooler you are. You can't just be like, oh, I like Kanye West or some bullshit like that, you know? Like then you're a poser.
well, no, I feel like with the younger generation, you can say that.
Yeah, now
really?
it's like
Yeah.
I like Top 40. That's cool because it's ironic, you know? Like I only watch Top 40 and I only watch reality shows, like reality TV
I
shows.
see.
Yeah.
It's so sad
And
how
that's,
like,
like,
yeah, I feel like young
cool.
kids like don't. I mean, again, I sound old now, and maybe I'm out of touch, but. You know, when we were younger, indie rock was really cool because it was a DIY, very punk kind of sensibility. And now everything's so produced. It's so
Yeah.
for the fame. Like everything is so linear just to get famous, get clout. Whereas the indie scene felt so organic. Like anyone could do it. You know, if you have a garage space and a few instruments and you get lucky
now
or you're
it's
good.
different because we just live in a completely globalized world and culture is
Yes,
global and there's no such thing. I mean, not no such thing, but everyone knows about everything now, and also everything's blended together.
Yeah.
And
And
so-
everything has been commodified. That's
Everything's
the
and
thing.
like think about being a teenager now and you're on TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram, and it's like, okay, what's the stuff that you're seeing on there? You're seeing like the Kardashian aesthetic, which is like the aesthetic
Is that
now.
still
and you
cool?
even see that in Korea nowadays.
100%.
Like for instance, like back in the day when we were kids and we saw kids with like the HOT hair or whatever. Like in America, that's not cool.
Yeah, it was pretty
right?
whack.
It's
Yeah.
pretty whack. But in Korea, that was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But nowadays, the cool factor, like globally, is it's very similar aesthetic.
Yeah,
now.
it's a uniform aesthetic.
It's a uniform
Yeah.
aesthetic for everyone.
Yeah.
And then also now you see people who are like mixing all these different aesthetics and they may not know anything about any of those cultures that they're incorporating
funny?
into their
I had
like
this-
wardrobe or their lives.
I think I might have said this actually on a very early episode of the podcast, which has been lost, you know, in the annals of time. But I went to get a haircut at this really cool barbershop in Haebangchon area called High
gosh.
Tension.
Oh, with that name.
It's called
Yeah.
High Tension, and everyone there's got tattoos and stuff. And I was sitting in this chair, and I just had this like kind of deep thought. They were playing Radiohead, right? I looked at the wall. There was like a Supreme sticker. They had a hookups sticker. They had like some like porno mag, like pinup shit, like all these things that were kind of like subversive. At one point, like it would be edgy and cool,
But now
it
it's
looked
like
so
you're at a
kind of-
McDonald's.
It looked
Yeah.
so effortlessly contrived, you
Of
know?
course, yeah, I
like,
know exactly
to the
what you're talking
untrained
about.
eye, like, oh wow, this place is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but then for the trained eye, I like to think of myself as having one. I was like, this looks so contrived, you know? Like they knew what was.
They know
gonna-
what is cool.
like even
Yeah.
the fact that they were playing Radiohead, I was like, damn. Like I remember when I was in college, just liking Radiohead was you're cool. But now it's like you can't just like Radiohead. You know, you got to know everything about that genre of music. You got to know everything about Tom York's career and all this shit. And you're looking at me, Celine, like, who the fuck is Tom York? You got to know who Johnny Greenwood is. You got to, you know, like, it's all these things. And when I was a kid, it was just like, do you like The Bends by Radiohead? It's like, yeah. Do you like Hail to the Chief? So I guess, like, the barrier of entry was just a lot lower, maybe. And as you guys are saying, the globalized component to it all, there's just more work to do. You have to do so much homework and know so much now to, like, be cool, you know?
Oh, interesting. So you can't just be like a casual fan of something?
I don't think so. Obviously, there's probably exceptions, and we could be completely wrong. We're not in that age where cool matters as much. Like
It's so
adulthood
true.
cool is so different from adolescent cool, as we said earlier.
Right.
And actually, we'll touch on what makes things
Adult
cool as an
cool,
adult
yeah.
After this word from our sponsor.
테라 맥주 진짜 맛있어.
All right, guys, welcome back. Oh, God. That was a pretty cool word from our sponsor, Terra Mekju. So, yeah, guys, being cool as an adult is like obviously so much different than what being cool as like a young person was. Although,
Way less black and white.
when I'm thinking about it now, I think that young people would understand what the cool signifiers in adulthood are, because in our notes we talked about, you know, being political or being woke, being well read and up to date with current events is considered cool in adulthood. But I would argue that for young people that actually is cool too.
Yeah.
Right.
now.
Right. Exactly. Now. And
Don't you remember, like, when we were growing up, it was all about, like, the bimbo, like, bimboism?
Yeah, being a stupid person
Yeah.
was kind
For
of
girls.
Yeah.
For girls.
Yeah.
Like, you, like,
No, and for guys too. Like
For guys
Ashton
too,
Kutcher
really?
was like, I mean, remember Dude, Where's
like
My
the
Car?
Jackass days.
Yeah, Jackass,
that kind
Dude,
of
Where's My
shit,
Car? Yeah.
Even for me, like going back to like my hip hop phase, like
Phase.
well, for instance, let me just clarify. Like my friends, they weren't in AP classes, so like when I went to high school and I was in AP and honors classes, I had no classes with my close friends.
Right. I mean, that's the same thing with Jay,
the only
actually.
guy with like baggy pants and like a fitted hat in my class, and I was just like, I just felt so weird.
Yeah.
I
know?
see.
You were
I
also
see.
the only guy getting a C in AP Calc.
Hey, I think I got an A, man.
Sick burn.
Pretty sure I got a
Whoa,
What,
got an
what
A.
is calculus?
Oh, damn.
I don't know.
You got a
any calc.
5 on AP Calc?
Holy shit.
Hey.
I don't know.
Damn.
Damn.
I wish I did.
That's pretty cool.
Put that on your Tinder
super cool.
profile.
But for me, at that period of my life, because I was Asian, I felt weird to be smart. Or, you
Oh,
know,
that makes sense.
Oh,
Identify.
dude, 100%. Like being in any way, shape, or form stereotypically Asian
Yeah.
was not cool
Instruments.
when you were young.
calc or like math.
I was just going to say, like, in adulthood, being good at something, like, even if it's clarinet, right, Cells?
Yeah.
It's clarinet.
It's fucking
I know.
cool. It's
I
very
know.
fucking cool.
It's
you know?
true. It's true.
Is
like,
it true?
it is. If I met someone who was like a clarinet, like you know,
Maestro,
maestro
yeah.
now, I'd be like, damn.
Marry
okay,
me.
that's cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he has to also wear a fedora.
No, but yeah, like sounding knowledgeable,
Being
right?
good at something, being very knowledgeable about one thing
or having interests as an
Yeah.
adult is like cool
is
too.
is cool. Yeah.
Like, you know, in high school, if I met a girl like Celine who like rode equestrian, I'd be like, all right, dork. And I still kind of am that way about you, Sells. I'm kind of like, all right, dork. But
I'm a dork.
I do think it's pretty cool that you have a passion that you're so interested in, that you make the time in the weekends to go out there and train, you know? Like I met someone in New York recently who's literally an opera singer, and I was just like, that's the fucking coolest thing I've ever heard.
Whenever I meet people like that, where it's like, oh, you do something out like untethered to work and like nothing to do with like you're not even trying to do anything, you just like to play clarinet.
Yeah, or like ceramics or something. It's like that's really cool.
I think that really is cool.
Yeah, and in a way, it's subversive because it doesn't have the mainstream appeal yet.
Right.
But a lot of things do eventually catch on mainstream, but who knows? I don't think clarinet playing and horseback riding will be mainstream anytime soon.
Yeah. For good reason.
And like, if there's something cool about like doing things that like for no reason, you know?
But I also am wondering, are we saying it's cool because as adults, we've been so beaten down by life, and so anything that is kind of just not run of the mill appeals to us, you know? I'm just trying to argue devil's advocate because I think we've touched on these ideas so many times in other episodes, but you know, right now humanity, we're languishing, right? This is a word that we had talked about last week, Cells, is like everything feels kind of the same old, and it's like what people get excited by now is like, oh, a new show. Let's talk about the Queen's Gambit, you know? Like chess is now cool.
So
and then we
true.
all kind of like rally behind, oh yeah, chess is cool because we're being fed that it is cool, you know? How about like Instagram? I mean, big word.
I was just
Instagram,
gonna say,
right?
like Instagram now is just culture, right? Instagram is everything. Instagram literally is culture. It's our social
Because you look at
lives.
someone's Instagram, like take
Oh my
Andrew,
God.
right? Andrew's Instagram.
I would say Andrew's Instagram is probably like
it's cool. It's
yeah,
artsy.
what you would define as
It's a lot of photographs
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
landscapes and like birds.
That's
in the
how we
sky.
know you're a straight man, because you take pictures of landscapes and buildings.
That's how we know you're a straight man. Sure.
But for me, it's
On
like
film.
I
That's
always
what's cool.
like photography, and it's like
No, for sure.
And I guess photography at some point became cool. There was like the SEO and
yeah.
like, Instagram became like a big thing, and
Instagram
everyone
started
now
as
everyone
like
has a phone, and like everyone's taking pictures, and everyone's photoshopping and editing their photos. So everyone's a photographer now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know when since
Or no,
that's-
everyone's a documentarian. Not everyone's a photographer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Because that takes skill, I think.
Yeah, I like suck
Yeah.
at taking photos. I
It-
just like
it is a
don't
skill.
understand it. Yeah.
It is a skill.
Someone's like, dude, the rule of thirds. I'm like, yeah, I know what that means,
yeah,
but
but it's like, I can't
fucking
do it. I can't do it. I literally can't do it. It doesn't, my phone doesn't work that way.
But how about because for me, when I meet someone new and we add each other on Instagram, if they are the kind of person that only has sort of like landscape moody pictures, I'm kind of like, what are you hiding? Like, why can't I see who you really are? You
Andrew,
know?
what are you hiding?
I have a lot of dirty.
Oh my God. Isn't it so interesting? Like your Instagram persona, like
Yeah.
it's so interesting because that really is how you judge people.
or your
Upon first-
online persona.
That's how you judge people, right?
I know, which is so
Like
sad.
if I like would judge Andrew by his Instagram, I would think he's like so serious. Like now that I know you, like you're such a goofy dude. Like
Yeah.
you know, and like can talk about anything, and it's just like you're not like your persona on Instagram. Whereas like when you get someone's Instagram handle and you meet them for the first time, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go through your Instagram, I'm gonna see what your personality is like.
Yeah.
And then I'm also gonna see whether you are like cool or not.
Well,
do you do that?
So,
But then also, what do you guys think is cool on Instagram?
so for me, I like
Genuine
I like
question.
just getting to know people, right? So when I go to their Instagram, if it's all landscapes, I'm not getting to know them really.
It's
you
true,
know?
yeah.
And
like
so
if they're only like a photography account, yeah.
So it kind of bums me out a little bit because like, oh,
'Cause
I
you
thought
wanna
I
know
would learn something
something.
about
Yeah.
you, you know, like see pictures of your friends or something, or you
Or
on
at least
vacation.
pictures of you, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
honestly, so
Like,
good call. Just I
yeah.
just want to see
I
pictures
wanna
of the
see pictures
person.
of you, yeah.
Yeah. You know, when Instagram came out, I think we all felt this way. Just throw the picture from Facebook onto Instagram, right? Whatever random
Yeah,
picture
true.
of the day or the week.
True.
Remember, there was a
Like,
time
this is
when
what I'm doing
people would
now.
post like multiple pictures on Instagram like in the same day.
Yeah.
Right? Just like, here's what I'm doing. And I curated my feed maybe 2 years ago, and I deleted like literally 300 photos or something because I used to post like a lot. You know,
I archived a bunch of stuff recently. Yeah.
but Instagram is just one of those things that I think that we are so old, I guess, that we still hold on to Instagram as like a way to socialize, whereas kids nowadays really don't use it.
Now it's like you need to like uphold a certain image of yourself, and you need to look like the best that you are. Because a lot of people use Instagram now for like that's their career in life.
No, it's a business card.
It's a business card. You're
digital
right.
business
That's
card.
what it is. It's
Yeah.
a business card.
Yeah.
So they have to be a lot more intentional about it.
Right. So I guess going back, it's not that being an adult, what makes you cool is that much different, I guess, than what being cool for a young person is. I think now we're starting to realize that they're kind of similar because we're using the same tools, right? But I think we can all agree that as an adult, being cool, quote unquote, isn't as important to us.
I was going to say, I think it's just a matter of like, we don't care as much. It's not something that we like spend so much energy trying to do.
Right.
Because
Although,
as you get older, you just become more comfortable in yourself.
that's what it is.
And that at the end of the day is like, hopefully that's the path we're all going towards as we get older.
Well, it's that cognitive control
so,
network
you have
that
control
have
over-
developed for us, So it's like
you know yourself.
we can make
you know what
decisions
you
that we
like.
know have longevity, like in the
As
long
long
run.
as you're
are
cool
gonna
to
be good.
yourself.
That's
Hey
true.
man, be cool to yourself.
That's the ultimate
The golden
goal.
rule, man, is be
my God,
cool to
that's-
others as you want to be cool to yourself.
As you want to be cool to
Sounds
yourself.
like Jesus.
Jesus was like
Jesus
the
was the
OG
definition
cool.
of cool, huh?
Pretty cool.
All right, well, that takes us to the end of the episode. I have a segment that I've prepared. It's called Cool or Not Cool. And the way this segment works is I'm going to just go around on a
Lightning
big
round?
list, okay? I'm going to say something, and then on 3, you guys need to say if it's cool or not cool. Now I'll say it too, okay? And whoever is
On
in the
3,
minority has to either defend or
Okay,
whatever.
got it, got it,
okay?
got it.
And we don't have to do all of them, but we'll start with number 1, the Oscars. 3, 2, 1. Not cool. Okay, great. We're all in accord here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the numbers were really bad. Like,
Terrible this year.
Yeah.
They were bad.
Although,
yeah.
I mean, congratulations to the winners, especially, people of color, Asian people. Oh, fuck yeah. But we don't need to
people.
fucking Oscars to approve of us for us to celebrate art in
know.
our community. So fuck that
Yeah.
shit.
But the
So
thing is like for me, it's like it's not cool always until Bong Joon-ho wins the Oscar.
no,
I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
so
That's what I'm saying. But,
sick.
but we're waiting for them to acknowledge us and then we
Right.
celebrate it. Like,
How
fuck
can
that.
you?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
All right,
sure.
next one. Plastic surgery. 3, 2, 1.
Not
Cool.
Cool. All right, Sels,
Yeah.
really quick, what's your defense?
I just think that at the end of the day, plastic surgery is like it's a personal decision that is really mired in, like
Yeah, there's a lot of
of
associations with it
a lot
too.
of crazy shit. But I
Fair.
think actually, it's not that it's cool per se. It's just that it's more cool than uncool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can. What's the difference between plastic surgery and Facetune? Or like one day we're all gonna be freaking
Avatars.
robots and avatars.
Yeah.
So
Facetune, not cool. But
Oh, wait, I
that's-
forget that Jay's a hater.
Yeah.
so you're gonna say not cool to
Yeah, I'm starting to remember that Jay's a hater.
Yeah.
Next one. Malls. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Not cool,
Wait,
Andrew.
you said cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, why not cool?
See, okay.
malls are just the epitome of like just commercialism and capitalism.
Absolutely.
And it's just,
That's
to
why
me,
they're
that's not
cool.
cool.
Absolutely.
They
I
don't
mean,
give
no
a
argument
shit.
there.
Malls
Go
don't
in,
give a shit.
Consume.
That's
buy this
100%
shit.
true.
Yeah.
And it's to me that's not cool.
There's no lie there. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. I just love walking around malls.
I love malls.
Yeah.
You get your steps in. You get to eat something good. You get to maybe watch a movie. You get to shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can
Yeah.
do all those things and not go to the mall. Like you can go to
It's true, but
go on a
it's
hike, come down, eat some food. You can go watch a movie at home or at a movie
But
theater.
malls have air conditioning.
All right, guys, the next one.
Hate malls.
Cool or not cool? Being rich. 3, 2, 1.
Not cool.
Yeah, this one's hard. I would say it's both.
Yeah, no, it's a complicated
Yeah,
one.
yeah. It's
I actually
both.
said cool just to be cool, but I actually think it's not cool. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I was
it's-
trying to be
It's the
subversive.
attitude. It's the
Yeah.
attitude.
It's the
I
attitude.
agree with
yeah.
you, though.
You
Like,
can't just
I didn't
flaunt your
know which
wealth
one
and be
to
a
pick.
dick about it. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it can go either way.
Yeah.
Go
Like
either way.
It depends.
Jeff
It also depends.
Bezos,
It also
not
depends
Not cool.
who is cool.
Yeah.
Steve
I mean, no, who is
Ballmer,
rich? Who is rich? Who is rich?
All right, guys, next one.
Palmer cool.
Nerdy but cool. But also, I love the Clippers.
All right, guys, next one. Student debt. 3, 2, 1.
Not
cool.
cool.
Why
We all
cool,
agree.
Jay?
It's cool to say you have student debt.
Oh my God, that's
okay.
so
And then complain about
funny.
it.
Yeah,
that's
that's
so
true.
funny.
Cool or not cool? Pilates. 3, 2, 1. Cool.
Not cool.
Both because it's cool to exercise and do things that are good for your body, but I hate Pilates culture.
Yeah,
It's
like you don't have
turned
to
into a
fucking
thing.
tweet about it.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
fact that like it costs $120 per session.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Really?
So, like, in Korea.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
In America too, it's expensive.
Do Pilates like
Pilates is a signifier of your social status.
totally?
You know, rich people.
Yeah, if someone says I like Pilates is my exercise, like my form of exercise, it's like, oh, like I get who you
Yeah,
are.
that's communicating a whole
Yeah.
thing, right?
Totally.
Okay. All right, cool or not cool? White pants. 3, 2, 1.
Very cool. Very cool.
Finally, we agree on something.
It's cool, but I could never do it.
Oh, yes,
yeah, you can, Jay. You can. I
So,
can. You can.
Right now,
Really?
Andrew and I are wearing white pants, and we are the
Yeah.
coolest guys in the room. 100%.
You can
Jay,
do
you
it.
could
You
be
can do
here.
it.
All right, next one. Sea salt or artisan salt? 3, 2, 1.
Cool.
I guess I'll say cool.
Cool. But I like salt.
Yeah, it's just like,
Table
so
salt.
Andrew bought me some artisan salts for my birthday. I haven't used them yet, not because I don't want to. I just don't have a reason to yet,
What do you mean? You cook meat all the time.
I do, actually. You're
Yeah,
right.
what do you use for that? Just table salt?
Just rock salt I have, yeah.
Right.
Okay, fine. Andrew, I'm sorry. I will.
Artisan salt is cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that brings me to my next one. Guys,
But the
badly.
word artisan isn't.
Yeah,
Okay,
true that.
well, actually, I'm going to change it. Guys, next one. Russian literature. Cool or not cool? 3, 2, 1.
cool. I just
Not
think
cool.
Really? Why?
I think Russian literature is fine, but
Right.
talking about Russian literature and saying, "Yeah, I read Nabokov."
Agreed.
That's
Wait,
not cool.
Is that what I sound like to you?
So, are you saying talking about like any kind of literature?
Just like being super pretentious about.
Oh, just
Also,
being
I love
Yeah.
that Jay pronounced it correctly. Nabokov.
Nabokov.
Yeah.
I just think like anything Russian is like like anything Russian's like quite crazy and
Yeah,
Like-
I'm not gonna say anything because now I'm like super hyper aware that Jay's judging me if I talk about literature.
that was pointed at Aaron.
He literally
That was pointed.
impersonated me.
That was amazing.
No, I mean this goes back to like
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like, I said cool for Russian literature, and it's only because I think Russian literature in itself is cool. But the way people tend to talk about Russian literature is
I'm sitting right
there's
here.
there's a reason I pronounced it correctly.
right because
I don't read Russian literature,
Right.
but I've been corrected.
Yeah,
Also,
I just-
technically, Nabokov not considered Russian literature. He's an American writer. But I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Correcting people
I-
on pronunciations, not
Cool.
cool.
not cool. God damn it. No, honestly, not cool. Oh my god.
All right, guys. Next one. Virginity. Cool or not cool? 3, 2, 1.
Cool.
uncool.
Way cool.
What? Yeah,
Not
I think it's
cool.
cool.
Way cool.
All right,
Are you
boys.
kidding?
Well,
Why is it uncool?
Divorcing yourselves from like being young men who want to like bang everything that moves. I mean, now as an adult, do you really think that having lost your virginity, makes you cooler per se?
I think that if you're 32 and a virgin,
You might be an incel. yeah.
Yeah.
You might be
Exactly.
storming the Capitol.
Exactly.
and so that's not cool.
Really? I think like
Yeah, if you're like an 18-year-old and you're
Sure.
virgin,
You know what? I agree with them. Like, I would say this celibacy, cool. Like, if it's a choice at a certain age where you're like, I'm not going to have sex anymore, that's pretty
That's
cool.
a big difference.
Yeah.
But if you're like a third, like Jay just said, if you're an incel and you,
But not to shame anyone who is a
no,
virgin
no shaming,
in
no
their
shaming.
30s, right?
we're just talking about being cool. No shame
interesting.
here.
It's interesting to think that like someone who hasn't had sex by age 32, like are all of them inherently uncool?
yeah.
Right? Like,
that's,
is
what
it-
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's
I don't know if I've ever
uncool.
met a 32-year-old virgin. Actually, you know what? I don't like the word virgin and virginity. I think it is not. I think it's a construct.
Right, because what
'Cause
we
virginity is
mean
not
to
a
say,
thing.
what we mean to say is cool or not cool.
Right. Right.
All right, next one. Gucci flip flops.
Mm.
Cool or not cool? 3, 2, 1.
Not cool. No, so uncool.
I'm hesitant. It depends. Like some people could do it, some people can't. Like Aaron couldn't do it for sure.
Wow, dude.
You know, I don't think anyone here
Aaron
could pull them
has
off.
Gucci.
I know, that's why I said it.
Burn me, dude.
Burn.
But like
I like your
Gucci Mane
slides.
could pull
my
off
my
Gucci
slides are
flip-flops.
sick, dude. They're dope.
Okay.
Maybe I can't pull them off according to you, Andrew. But it hasn't stopped me from wearing them for the
Yeah,
past
I don't
3
know.
years.
I
No,
think-
more power to you.
Yeah, I think because I just don't like Gucci in general. So
I actually think Gucci as a brand, like, kind of was cool a few years ago and then not cool anymore. But anyway, guys, badly cracked phone screens,
Oh, God.
cool or not cool? 3, 2, 1. Not
cool.
cool.
You know what? I'm gonna say they're cool because like cool people have cracked screens.
That's
It's
what. So that's
weird.
why I put it on the list. But it's like also like
hot
you're an
people have
adult.
cracked
Like fucking
screens.
fix your fucking phone. Like nothing irritates me more than a grown ass adult who just has this cracked phone screen as if they're like so. Oh yeah, whatever it is.
You know
like,
what?
it's just cracked.
Yeah, the cracked screen is like a thing.
It is.
It is a thing. I personally can't. Well, as I speak, but like I get so annoyed. Like even a tiny crack, I can't. Like I
mean,
have to switch out my.
If it's a tiny crack, that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
saying like a badly cracked, like a shattered phone screen. It's
You know,
like
people who
it
have
up.
shattered phone screens and they're like okay with it.
they tend to break them a lot. That's why they
They tend
keep
to
it
break them a
broken.
lot, but I
agree.
think that's like a personality signifier for sure.
sure.
You know what's not
It
cool?
tells you a lot.
Judging people by their cracked phone screens.
Shut the fuck up, Andrew.
This is an episode about judgment.
Yeah, seriously.
Literally
I feel
just
personally attacked by the Nabokov comment, but
Yeah,
And the Gucci sliders.
and the Gucci slides, yeah. Guys, 30 under 30, the Forbes list. Cool or not cool? 3, 2, 1.
Not cool.
I'm gonna say cool.
Cool.
No, you know why?
I don't
I'm gonna say
No.
cool because I
No.
know people who've been on that list, and I want to,
No, for
lift
sure.
them up.
But I did an internship at Forbes.
Justin
where
was on that fucking list, dude.
I put together the 30 under 30 with the editor in chief of Forbes magazine,
word.
and I know how it works.
Oh, I see. So it's
Like the editor literally put someone on the list because he wanted him to follow him on Twitter.
oh, word.
You know, and like,
Oh, that's
and
fucked up.
also actually that list used to hold a lot more value. Same, just Forbes
Wait, did you
magazine.
say
in
cool
general.
or uncool?
Uncool.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Forbes magazine in general used to be super prestigious.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
And now it's literally like
Who gives a shit? It's a fucking.
Business
It's a
Insider.
blog.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
BuzzFeed. Which Disney princess
So
are you?
maybe it's uncool because Forbes, the heritage has been lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So sad.
it's really it's Chinese now. They were bought by a Chinese company.
No way. We'll do 2 more, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Next one. K-pop. Cool or not cool? 3, 2, 1.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Oh, cool.
Not
Oh,
cool.
really not
Cool.
cool because
Yeah.
K-pop is
Talk about fucking
so
colonialism
problematic.
and shit, dude. Oh my
so
God.
problematic.
The culture of K-pop is
It's pretty
The
cringy.
culture of
Cringy.
K-pop is not cool. I think that K-pop puts out really catchy and really
Oh,
good music.
for sure. Are you kidding?
And
Yeah.
I used to hate just like pop in general.
I
but-
love pop music. I think pop music is cool.
Yeah, but as I'm getting older, I start to like separate myself from like trying to be cool and like accepting the fact that some things are just catchy and
Yeah.
like produced music is like
Oh my god, that's me.
it's like really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You know, and K-pop, they put out some really, really good songs.
For sure.
And
Of
so-
course.
No argument
But K-pop
there.
is not just about the music. It's like also about the fanatic fans and the extreme
Toxic masculinity,
Exactly.
misogyny.
but in Jay's defense, like we could have said that about any other thing on this list.
That's true.
Tying
That's
it back to the capitalist cycle and exploitation. So
Yeah.
for the sake of
just K-pop.
K-pop
Just
overall.
the music genre, I say.
Okay.
is cool.
Okay.
And this, like, a year ago, I would have said not cool, but I'm going
Yeah,
on the record to say
you've
cool.
definitely cozied up to K-pop.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and the last one, you guys, is California. Cool or not cool? 3, 2, 1.
cool.
Totally cool.
It's
dude.
Not cool.
California
Cool,
is
dude.
Andrew, you're from fucking New Jersey, man. Of course.
You know what?
I could have my opinions about California.
true.
Damn.
True.
New Jersey gets
New-
shitted on all the time.
New Jersey
But
is
I love
one.
Jersey.
Jersey is like the number one shitted on.
I should have
state
actually
it
said
is.
New
in
Jersey
America.
cool or not
Jersey,
cool.
Yeah.
not cool.
Not cool.
Jersey's not cool either, but California's overrated.
Oh, I think California just like in terms of like culture. There's no
Well,
other
it's funny
state
because
like California.
Jay and I are from California.
California's
Yeah.
overrated.
It
for
is
sure.
totally
I
overrated.
think it's
Yeah.
And it's filled-
perfectly rated.
and it's
Are you
filled
kidding?
with-
You guys, if California was a country, it would have the third highest GDP in the world.
Every California knows that, and they're just
That-
like,
I
yeah,
learned
we
that,
should
like,
be our own
last
country.
year.
That's not a cool stat.
That is cool.
Actually,
Are you
we'd be the
kidding?
third largest GDP.
I think,
if we
I
had
think
just
California is so
secede.
cool. Same way as I think New York is cool. Same way as I think,
New Jersey's cool.
yeah, New Jersey is cool. But yeah, I don't know.
No, for
I just-
sure.
When will America be cool again in the eyes of the world?
Oh, America, not cool.
Not right now.
Past.
I'll,
I think
I'll
that ship has
defend
sailed.
America. I'll defend racism in another episode.
Oh,
Jay always
my.
does this. Jay
This
always
is-
wants to defend things that he knows that.
weird.
Jay. You know
I
what?
can't wait for that.
This is a great end to it because contrarian values is part of being cool, right? Like Edgar Allan Poe. Sorry, Jay, not to trigger you with my fucking literary references.
Literary references.
Edgar Allan
It's
Poe
just
has
the
a
Russian ones that
he has a great
trigger
short
me.
story called he has a short story called The Imp of the Perverse. So it's
Yeah.
about this demon that lives in everyone's head that wants
Yeah.
to just say contrarian
Totally.
things. And I think that's kind of what coolness
That's
is.
the
Is to
shadow.
be it's the shadow. It's just contrarianism and it's subversive. But I'm glad that we could all agree mostly that California is pretty cool because that's where I'm from. In any case, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the
Thank
Side
you,
Dish
guys.
Podcast. Please follow us on Instagram at _the side dish.
And write us a review, like a written review on Apple Podcasts.
You can always comment on our Instagram posts and just say what you liked, what you didn't like about
Yeah.
it.
Totally. Yeah. Comment
As long as
away.
you don't-
Reviews.
As long as you leave a 5-star rating.
It would be pretty cool. And with that said, we'll catch you guys at the next episode.
Bye.